Hi everybody, this is Eva from SocaMom.com. I'm really glad you guys have joined us. To the new members of the group, welcome. For those of you who have been here a while, it is nice to have you here. Please welcome our new members as they tell us a little bit about themselves in the comments. So today is Travel Tuesday, and before I get into all of that, let me tell you guys who are sending people off to school or starting school with your kids at home. Congratulations, you made it. I am so sorry your summer is over, but we're here and we made it through what I hope was a great summer and the start to a wonderful school year. Today my kids did not want to get up because they stayed up half the night. Like this is the last moment of summer and they were going to use all of it. They were going to squeeze every last great moment out of the summer, and I don't blame them. I know you guys who played mass in Brooklyn or stayed out too late at Festa, you guys are probably exhausted right now. I went to Festa, but I went at like 4 something. And I might have stayed for 35-40 minutes. I really went out there to see what was going on, and my daughter wanted to take some pictures, so we did that. And then I was like, I'm out because today is going to be busy. Today's going to be busy. So we're starting school today. I homeschool, and the kids were really tired, so we did not get started on time. While they get their breakfast and do what they gotta do, I am here to tell you guys hello. So on this Travel Tuesday, the one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is making sure that you have a passport for your kids. I got my first passport like a lot of kids who have parents who are not from here, but they had kids here. I got my passport probably before I was 2 so that my grandmother could take me back to Trinidad with her and spend some time with me there. Many of you guys may already have passports for your kids, but if you do not, if you have kids that were born here in the United States, please, as soon as possible, get your kids a passport. The world is huge and there's a lot of experiences for them to have. You may have a middle schooler and they're going on their first class trip to Costa Rica or Paris or Singapore, or they're going to some amazing place. They might be going as close as Canada. There's some amazing stuff going on in Canada. There's cool stuff in Mexico, but they cannot get there without a passport. I remember when you didn't really have to have a passport to travel in the West Indies. All you had to have was your American driver's license or whatever, especially to go on cruises and things like that. But times have changed. We all have to have a passport. So I encourage you, it's not as expensive as you think. It's not as time consuming of a process as you think. It can get expensive if you wait till the last minute and you need to get an expedited passport. But other than that, it's not a big process. It's not a big deal. You can go to the post office and get the process started. If you have a local passport office, you can go there and get it started. You get your pictures done at the drugstore. It's a couple dollars to get the photograph done. I did not get my kids' passports until we were going to Trinidad. My oldest son wanted to meet my grandmother. Now, those of you who have family living abroad, you understand that it's very difficult sometimes when you have family abroad to get to see them. My husband grew up in the United States where he could see his grandmother every single day. He could see his aunts, his cousins, his uncles, great-grandmother. He could see them every single day if he wanted to. By the time my son said, I want to meet your grandmother, I hadn't seen her in 20 years, which sounds insane. Like my husband was like, what? Like that doesn't even make sense. At that point, my husband and I had been married for almost 10 years and he had only met my immediate family and a few cousins that had moved up here. But for the most part, he did not really know my family. I had already met all of his uncles, cousins, aunts, and he did not know much of my family. They didn't know him either. We were kind of in a mad dash to get our passports, so we had to do the expedited thing. And the expedited thing for 3 is a pain. My husband and I already had our passports because we went on our honeymoon and stuff like that. So our passports were updated. But the kids, brand new, starting out, and we had to get going, you know, because my grandmother wasn't well at the time. My oldest son, you know, we had to get permission for him to travel. God is good, so it really wasn't as dramatic as it could have been. But if you are a single parent, start that process. If you have kids that are getting to middle school and high school age, start that process. Get it going and get your kids a passport so that they can have access to the world. So you guys, I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Have a great back to school day. I hope that today is great and your kids come back with wonderful stories and great new friends and that they love their teacher. And if they don't, you can complain about it here. We won't even tell anybody. So you can come here and vent if you want to. If your first day of school was terrible, come back and tell us. We will commiserate with you and we will give you a virtual hug. So if you're new here, please comment down below. Tell us a little bit more about yourself. If you have been in the Facebook group for a while, please welcome our new members. We are so glad that you are here. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.